everybody. Welcome to another episode of Madge Unmuted. I am your host, Madge Madigan. Welcome. And with me, as always, we have my trusty producer.
Hey,
Fitz.
boss. How you doing, boss? Want me to go chase a
Fitz.
car? You want me to go beat up a cat?
No, go get your shine box.
Good answer. Good answer.
Fitz,
That's why I love you.
Purveyor of, I love you too. Purveyor of,
Go get your shine box.
purveyor of Rock Clock
Oh,
Studios.
that made my day.
I'm glad. It made mine too, the fact that somebody actually knows what the hell I'm referencing. That doesn't happen a lot. So, you're like, what is this? Like, she's like mumbling, or she's rambling again. That's what I'm doing now.
Who's in the hot seat? We got hot seat today.
Well, hang on. What's that? RockFoxStudios.com.
Oh, yeah. We got a
or
thing here.
RockFox.com.
Reach out if you want me to help you with your things.
Yeah, you got things. He's gonna help you.
RockFox.com, all that stuff.
RockFox.com.
Blah, blah, blah,
recurring.
blah. Moving on.
And like, share, and subscribe while you're here.
Like, shit, or subscribe.
Wait, don't do that middle one. Okay, look. I have a really hoity-toity guest today. We can't be talking like that, Fitz.
Did you go pick him up at the tennis club down the street?
I did.
Okay.
Thanks for taking...
Polo Club.
Oh, Zippolo. How did you get the horses to not drown?
Oh.
Sorry.
I
tried to bring things down for you.
Yeah,
There you
thanks for that.
Sure.
Anyway, we have today, I'm going to give you a little, he's truly an underachiever. CEO and founder of Neuromechanical Innovations, chairman and director, International Spine Research Foundation, and CEO and founder of Colloca Estate Winery. I got all that off his LinkedIn, folks.
That one's the most fun.
Chris Colloca.
Hey. Hey.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me, Madge.
Hi, you're
Hey,
welcome.
Fitz. Thanks a lot.
Fitz.
Wine.
I know.
Spine and wine.
Winery. Spine and wine. Oh, I love it.
I trademarked it.
Did you really?
Did you really?
That's brilliant.
We have a course called Spine and Wine, and I always have to start the course by saying, now listen, first we're going to study the spine. Then we drink the wine.
Yeah, that's
This
probably
is
a
for
good.
license renewal accreditation for those chiropractors.
Yeah.
So we
Do you
do. We
real-
have a course called Spine and Wine.
Oh my God,
And they love it.
That's like when I was a realtor, you had lunch and learn.
See?
I like spine and wine
It's much better. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you want to fill the seats, you host the Spine and Wine, and people show up. It's great.
Absolutely.
It's wonderful.
Sure. I mean, realtors are cheap. They did the lunch and learn. Give them a sandwich and they're in.
Brown bag.
So, exactly. So, Chris Colloca,
Hey.
where the hell do we start with you? God
Yeah.
bless it all. You've
Yeah.
just got... Okay. Let's go back to the beginning. Fitz, why are we always... Oh, my God. I don't know.
We
Anyway,
share the same dysfunctional brain.
Yes, we do. So, at one time, Chris was a big old lunkhead football player. No, I'm kidding. You were, though.
Absolutely.
You were a big old star.
I like to run into people.
So do I!
Yeah, that's it. I still do.
With my car.
That's
No, I'm
actually
joking.
brilliant. You run them in, you bust them up, and then you put them on the table and you
That's it.
fix them.
Exactly.
This guy's brilliant.
It's built in.
Oh, my God.
That's how you do it.
And then his wife owns a ambulance chaser law firm, and they're all
Boom.
encompassing. I'm just kidding. She
That's
does
it.
not. I was thinking
Oh,
of the
I was like,
business
wow.
plan.
And
No.
and he's okay with that description? Wow.
Built in.
These guys are great.
That was the business plan. Anyway, Chris is originally from Oswego, New York.
Yeah. Home of the Buccaneers.
Yes.
Yep.
And where Al Roker went to college.
That's
really?
true.
Yeah.
That's a
he
claim to
did.
fame.
What Buccaneers?
Yeah.
Is that the college?
No, that's the high school.
The high school
yeah, so I'm an
Buccaneers, okay.
Oswego High School graduate.
Okay.
Great town. Love that town.
I love that town.
And what's happening in that town right now with all of the growth and innovation.
It is.
It is wonderful to
It's
see.
really cute. I had never been there, and I, start going there with John, and I'm like, I really like this place. It's really
Right?
cute.
Yeah.
Nice little college town, SUNY Oswego. So you were a big old football hero, and then you went to college.
Well, I don't know if I was a hero,
Oh,
but played football, went down to Ithaca.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bombers.
Became
Isn't
a
that what they
bomber.
are?
Yep. And
You played college football there?
played there. Yeah. And man, we won a national championship in 1988.
Did you?
Yeah.
Division
Division III.
3.
So we're the little guys. We're
Yeah.
the guys that are 4 inches too short and 0.4 of a second too slow. But we still love to play. But
Story of my life. No. I know. So what position?
yeah, so I was an inside linebacker. Yeah, so that's the idea of, running into people and knocking people down.
There you go.
So that's what I did
Oh, you
through
have.
college.
Is that the Colloca jug?
Yeah, that's the big game every year between Ithaca and Cortland. And I went to that 2 years ago in the Meadowlands Stadium.
Oh, that's right.
It was the largest attendance for any Division III football game in history.
Yeah.
It was outrageous.
I heard that, and I didn't know. Like my brother, I'm the youngest of 6. One of my brothers went to Cortland for 2 years until he transferred to. I know. So then he transferred to University of Arizona.
Okay, but do you know how you can tell a Cortland State Red Dragon?
Oh, geez.
Their face is red and their ass is dragon.
Oh.
Come on.
Hey,
Hey, sorry,
Yippee-oh-wee.
sorry, all you Portland State people. Now that I'm more, mature and older,
Refined,
like
yes,
a fine wine, I appreciate it. I love the Portland State people.
Yeah.
But they have to razz each other for sure.
Yeah, and it was fun. This is in the early 70s, mid 70s, and my sister was at Cornell at the time, so they used to meet up and raise hell. But he remembered that Colloca jug, and I was like, "Damn, I didn't know."
Oh yeah,
about
it's a big deal. Everybody gets into it, and the excitement for the whole week, and then the game and everything leading up to it. It's like for little college football, it's a really big deal.
Yeah, John and I. John went to Columbia, and we go whenever.
Hoity-toity.
Yeah, I know.
Ivy
but
League.
don't say that to him because he's like, yeah, I finished last in my class or whatever. He didn't really, but so we every time Columbia comes up to play Cornell, we'll go and pretend like it's a real football game. No,
Well, they used to be really, really bad. They got better. They used to be really bad.
Who, Columbia or Cornell?
They used to go.
Oh,
no, Columbia. They used to go.
he knows.
Defeated. So you've
Yes.
heard of undefeated? They'd
Yeah.
go defeated.
Yeah. Oh, it was all while he was there in the 80s. So yeah, he was. Oh yeah,
Cornell hasn't gotten much better.
Well,
I worked down there, Cornell, at Showcall Field for a while.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
When they installed a new video scoreboard, I was directing the games.
Right on.
We met Bill Murray. Bill Murray. Can't say it, but I met him.
What the hell's he doing there?
Yeah, goodness knows. He was there with a former SNL writer, and they were there to watch the Cornell versus Harvard game, just because.
Cool.
It's very strange.
There were several original writers for SNL that were Harvard grads because they were all from National Lampoon,
Right.
which was started as the Harvard Lampoon.
Oh wow!
That's right.
How cool is that?
Look at
Yeah,
you.
I know.
Look at the big brain on Madge.
It's not just my ass that's big.
It's the jugs, too.
Oh, stop. That's the Colloca jug. No, I
That's
don't know.
right. It was the Corsica jug we're talking
And
about.
scene. Bet you're going to show this one at your next conference, aren't you, Chris?
Yeah, that's gonna go right up on that. I'm gonna smash that share button.
That one's the wine spine in 69.
Oh my God! Oh my God! You just had to drive it right over the cliff, didn't you?
Oh yeah. And I'll get her back up on the cliff and drive it over again. Hell with it.
Somebody right now is trademarking that. I'll sell it back to him, so I know he's gonna get it.
That can be at the. In Las Vegas every year. I heard they have an adult film awards.
Ah. Is that something that you?
And I'm not
attend, or
touching
you
that
just heard about it?
I read about
Okay.
it.
Not touching that.
All
No,
right.
The Golden what award?
Oh my God. Anyway, okay, let's talk about. So we went to Cornell and Columbia, and then when we were there, we were staying at this hotel downtown, one of the big fancy ones, and we're waiting to go into dinner, and we're in the fancy lobby, and we're having a cocktail, and this freaking herd of people come in, and it's come to find out parents. Followed later by some young men. Turns out these were all the Ithaca parents.
Uh-huh.
And then of course, the parents were more rowdy than the boys. So I was like, you go. Can I join them? I'm like, those Columbia people are boring. No, sorry, just kidding. So anyway, I didn't realize like what a big thing it was. Anyway, when all those people came in to, I was like, wow, this is really cool. Okay, so anyway.
Fun stuff.
Yeah. So
Great years.
Do you go back and
a little bit? Yeah, I try to get back for a game, time to time, but it's hard with my schedule. But it's fall's usually a busy time of year. But
because you sit around doing nothing a whole lot. Between all these businesses and your kids and your wife and Ken, you got to watch him.
You got to watch Ken. Yeah.
We have Ken sitting off in the wings here is Chris's
He's my Ed
lackey.
Norton.
No, I'm kidding.
He's my Ed Norton.
You're Ed Norton.
Hey, not
Cramden and Ed Norton.
Oh, that Ed Norton. I didn't know if you meant.
I know you've been watching me, and you know that I know. Sorry.
But
Can it core an apple? Of course it can core a apple. Have you ever seen that Honeymooner show? We're going to have to segment that one in.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's outrageously good. Honeymooners was my favorite.
Really?
Yeah, favorite show.
I didn't care for all the threatening of domestic violence.
Well,
Bang zoom, Alice.
maybe you didn't like All in the Family either.
Well,
Well, that was satire.
Yeah.
I think.
I think he meant it on the Honeymooners.
On the Honeymooners was more of a representation of domestic life at the time.
Yeah.
Well, this is true in New York. Okay,
But I'm sure it was satire as well.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so Chris, so then you're done with college.
Yeah. So I'm done with college and I'm working construction with my brother-in-law.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And so, and I have carpal tunnel syndrome. And I thought, I had inherited it. My mom had it, so maybe it's a genetic disorder, And somebody said, you should go to a chiropractor. And I said, what do you mean? Chiropractors fix backs. I got carpal tunnel syndrome. I said, no, I heard that they can help. So I went to a chiropractor. And the chiropractor said, your spine isn't functioning properly. It's irritating nerves. And those nerves that are supplying your hand aren't working properly. That's what I think's wrong. Give me a couple weeks. We'll see how you do. And so he started adjusting me. And the next thing you know, I was 100% strength back in my hand. And I had tried everything. I was taking ibuprofen, and medications, and and man, I was just blown away. And I said, Doc, thank you so much for what you did for me. And he goes, Chris, I didn't do it. He goes, your body did the healing. And kind of like a light bulb went on for me. I was like, wow, that's a pretty cool thing. And I was my major at Ithaca College was exploratory for 2 years. Then I became exercise science because I like to lift weights.
It's like, do you get an Indiana Jones cap when you're done?
Exactly. Did you go spelunking? What did you
It means you don't have to declare anything. You just take the psychology and sociology and enjoy the campus life and drink beer.
We just call that undeclared. I like exploratory.
I'm exploring my options. But at some point you have to declare, right?
That's what I say now at 55. Anyway. And so you were, what was the thing again?
So I was exploratory, but then I became a health sciences.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I liked health and stuff like that. So, so I had a little bit of a health background. I had anatomy and physiology and stuff like that. And so I dropped everything and I was going to be a football coach and had some graduate assistantships lined up.
Oh.
And dropped everything and went to Atlanta for 5 years and became a chiropractor.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It was a big move, but it was life-changing.
Wow.
It changed my life.
That's really, okay.
Yeah.
So then I kind of know the story, but let you say. So you built up a great practice or what?
Yeah, so it was interesting. So the short story is the first time I was adjusted was with an instrument called an activator. So an activator is an instrument that can do the treatment instead of the chiropractor doing the old-fashioned adjustment, the traditional adjustments. You should
like
say.
a vice, and they put
It looks like a little staple gun. It looks like a little gun, and it does a controlled tap that moves the vertebra.
I had that done.
Yeah, so it's very common. Most chiropractors have one. and it's very commonly used. And so when I went to chiropractic college, I thought that's what all chiropractors did because that's what my chiropractor did. So I wasn't ever adjusted the old-fashioned way. It was just with the instrument. So I was fascinated by instruments from when I went to chiropractic college. And so, but that's an advanced technique. You don't learn it until your last year of school. And so they have a club. And so I joined the club, and in the club, you got to study how this activator works, and you get to practice on each other. So that's what we meet once a week. Yeah.
Like the hair club for men?
No.
No. No. Okay.
These little clubs, you get together.
Right.
And,
All right.
Like a book club. It's the activator club.
The Explorers Club.
What chiropractors do funny things,
I don't even want to know. Oh, that's Mindy. No. Sorry.
So I learned about this activator, and then I got an opportunity to work for the company, work for the activator company.
Oh, okay.
So the activator company that manufactures these instruments is in Phoenix, Arizona. And the short story, I'm trying to make it short for you. They invited me to help teach.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
Because I was so interested in the method. So when I graduated, they asked me to help teach. So I started teaching some seminars and training chiropractors on how to use it. And that launched into me doing research onto how it worked and actually developing an innovation, a new style instrument that's electric that has a sensor inside of it. So the sensor can measure how the spine's moving during the treatment and then change the treatment.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's what I invented.
Okay, I'm sorry, Fitz. I know what you were thinking when he said it's electric. Did you sing the rest of the song? Sorry, I just had to say that. So then you invent this?
Yeah. So I had a full-time private practice, and I think the secret today in wealth generation is the side hustle. Oh. And I've been side hustling my whole life. Yeah. Right? That's what we do.
I know all about that.
So I had to practice, and then I had the teaching gig, and so that evolved where I could take some money from the practice or from the teaching gig, either one of them, and dump that into, invention, into, the patent fees, into trademarking and developing a team.
Startup.
Startup. So I funded it myself, and now we have a ISO certified, FDA cleared medical device manufacturing company in Phoenix. It's 20 years old.
Wow.
And so I get back there, and
so that's what you go to Phoenix for, not
that's
just,
right. People think I'm on vacation.
Yeah. It's less spine and more whining.
Yeah, right.
So you still have this active company that you.
Yeah.
Holy cow! And then. Let me predict the next story from what you said. So you took the money from the one thing to fund the next thing, and then you take money and then you start doing the winery.
That's right. Yeah.
What do I win?
You got it. Ding, 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 ding.
So when did you? Okay, so for folks that don't know, yes, that's what Chris did. He. So what? Why and winery? What precipitated that?
So this teaching gig, the way our mode of sales is we advertise in a market like Boston. Hey, the Impulse instrument is coming to Boston. We mail all the chiropractors in Massachusetts and the surrounding states, and they can come over and get their license renewal credits and learn about our technique. And what's really nice about this technique is it's controlled force. It's really gentle. It's very specific. It's all has so many benefits. It's so versatile. You can take care of shoulders and ankles and feet and necks and backs and everything. But I say Boston. Hey, I get the beautiful opportunity to travel all over the world.
Yeah,
I might be in Mendoza, Argentina, teaching a course, or in Tuscany, or in Paris, or anywhere, Shanghai, so I got to travel a lot, and I had this passion for wine. It's like wine is like one of my habits.
Has nothing to do with being Italian, does it?
It's not my fault. They made it in the basement when I was a kid. So, I had a brother that actually turned me on to wine. I used to drink Milwaukee's Best and or Schlitz or whatever was the cheapest.
PBR.
Right? Yeah. Oh, still drink PBR.
Well,
That's a go-to.
That's kind of a hipster.
Madge,
Yes.
tell him that's not wine, that's beer.
It takes a lot of beer to make wine, Fitz. I'll have you know, man.
Yes.
Yeah. So, hey, the story is I got to visit all these vineyards.
Yeah.
And check it out. And it's like a romantic dream to have this rolling vineyard someday. And so, as my wife and I were raising kids in Arizona, I got to start looking around and saying, I'm the youngest of 8 in New York. I want them to know their New York family. So we started coming back in the summertime and looking for a little place where we could have a place for summer. And it turned into a full-time gig.
That's so awesome. And so you stumbled onto Fairhaven, New York.
Yeah. Yeah. Fairhaven is just 20 minutes from Oswego, where I grew up. So that's where we went. That was our senior skip day. We went to Fairhaven. You go to the beach, boom.
I never did such a thing. And so and my significant other just happens to live next door to your winery and your house.
We're so lucky.
So
and we always invite the neighbors to all the parties. That's how they, don't call the police.
Yeah, exactly. we love doing that. And we thank you for all the free concerts where we don't even have to. So we come over and we buy a bottle of wine, then we go and sit on our own deck and
rock out. It's your own private party, isn't it?
Exactly. We have to wait in line. So, no, we love it. He loves being neighbors with you. So when did you start that though?
So that, the winery is a whole story in of itself, right? This started 2008. I made the first parcel purchase. So there's 900 feet of waterfront there that was owned by Oswego State University at one point. And then an attorney and a real estate developer took it over. And I bought the 400 feet, the first parcel, and in 2008. And I thought I'd die and went to heaven. I've got 12 acres with 400 feet of waterfront. Are you kidding me? Yeah. We're going to have a little house on the water. We're going to plant a vineyard. We'll have this little tasting room. People can come and taste wine. I did. I died and went to heaven.
Oh, my God.
And then the real estate developer came over. And he said, "Hey, Chris, congratulations. Nice piece. It's not as nice as mine."
Never mind.
I said, "Well, thanks a lot." He goes, "My views are better." He goes, "Why didn't you buy my piece?" I go, "I didn't know it was for sale." He goes, "Everything's for sale." I'm like, "No, the bank's
That's
not
what
gonna,
I say. No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
The bank's not going to give me any more money." I said, "They just put me 3 years of tax returns. I mean, I think I signed all my kids' names away. I mean, not only will the bank take me down, they'll take them down to Chinatown, when we default." And he said, "Well, what if I finance
their
it?"
nose and
Right. So he says, "What if I finance it?" And I said, "Well, what's the rate?" He said, 5%. Now on land, 5% is a good deal. So I'm thinking,
Yeah.
So he shows me his plot plan. He's going to put house, 5 houses, 100-foot lots, and they're going to be right next there. It's going to be great for us. They're brand new houses.
Yeah.
But if I have an opportunity to buy it, I've got one chance. If he sells one lot and then I make up my mind,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you're going around that person all the time. And
Yeah.
they're calling the police because the music's too loud and things like that. People don't do that. But
Never.
not in Fairhaven. We got a good community.
Yeah.
So he's pushing me to do this, and he's pushing me, and I'll never forget this. It's a funny story. Because he's saying, "I've got another offer. You got to make up your mind if you want it or not." He's trying to consolidate and take care of things. So I got the email from him. I was in Hong Kong, and I was at a conference, and I wake up in the morning, and I open up my laptop, and I log on, and there's the email. It says, "You need to tell me today if you want it or not, because I have an offer." So I get up from my computer, and I look out, and I open the drapes looking over Hong Kong Harbor. Like, I don't know how many $1 trillion this harbor is, but I'm looking out at the harbor. And I could see my face in the reflection of the window.
Yeah.
And I said, "If you can't buy that little piece of property, you are a pussy." And I sat down and I said, "I'll take it."
Good for you.
And I got the 900 feet.
Wow.
And that gave us 42 acres that combined. Yeah. So,
I mean, because folks, you got to check out, what's your website?
Colloca.com.
Colloca.com.
COLLOCA.com. Yeah, visit it.
Visit it. It's truly magnificent.
Oh, that's sweet, man.
And I've been going out there for almost 6 years, and it's just like this rolling wave of development that you've done, and it's beautiful because you've done everything carefully and well thought out, and you haven't just slapped up some crap.
Yeah, it takes so much time, right?
Yeah. I mean, now you got the Taj Mahal event center out there.
The event center is rocking. Yeah, my gosh. What a project, though. And the crazy thing is the way your life goes. And I would have, 12 years ago, I would have never, ever had this on the plate for the vision. The vision was tasting room, vineyard tasting room. Come taste the wine, buy a bottle to take home. I'm happy. Mm-hmm. And what happened was my wife and I got married on the property.
Yep.
And so we learned a lot about how to do a wedding from doing it ourselves. Now, people think that you could just have a wedding, outside, and you rent a tent and you rent the chairs and tables and the dance floor and the lighting and the bathroom and the blah, 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 blah. Well, you do all that and it all adds up, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're like, holy cow, this is a lot. And
I know.
But we learned how to put on weddings, and that's what's been driving the business, is the demand for people wanting just to come and have a peaceful place to enjoy.
So last year, the event center wasn't quite open until the fall or end of
so
summer?
I think we finished the event center in July. I think in June we finished it. So it was ready and it was up. And what they say, you've heard the saying, if you build it, they're not allowed to come.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of how 2020 was.
Yeah.
Right?
So did you not have, because I know before that you had a tent, a beautiful tent, not like a pup tent or anything. And so did you not have, could you not have one single wedding last year?
Well, last year what happened was that the executive order made it such that the large gatherings were not permitted. Right. So most people didn't want to have their wedding. So we allowed everybody to postpone. So they postponed and they chose another date, and so those all fed into 2021. Mm-hmm. So we have 56 weddings and events on the books for 2021 with deposits paid. Yeah. So that's like, we used to have 12.
Yeah.
Or 16 on Saturdays. Right. Now there's a wedding Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So.
Are you having, do you ever have more than one a day?
No.
Oh, you're not doing that?
No,
okay.
It's, you want that to be a special experience for the bride. Hey, there's a bride over there. There's a bride over there. It's like the prom.
Yeah, I know. When I got married in 1991 here, it was at a place Burgundy Basin Inn, I'm sure everybody knows, and it just closed. Hey, also the priest that married us, he left the priesthood. I guess now this all should have been signed.
Maybe it's all annulled.
I've been divorced. Well, I did get an annulment anyway. I paid the damn money for it.
Should have been. Yeah.
Oh, anyway. So, but yeah, it was like, brides and shifts. It was like, do you want the 2 o'clock one or the 6 o'clock one? And it was like, I'm having the 6 o'clock one. No one is going to rush us out of here. So, so the weddings are all going full force. You just keep coming out with new wines.
Yeah. Isn't that fun? I mean, that's the fun part.
And I thoroughly enjoyed, and I'll see if I could post a picture. The Mindy's Giggle Juice thingamajiggy. I know that's the very specific term for it.
It was the thingamajiggy.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
we had Mindy's Giggle Night.
Fitz, you know what they did there?
No, I don't. Please do tell.
Whatever.
Whatever. They did whatever.
They did whatever. That's a joke between him. That's why I always mention specific things. You can do whatever.
Okay.
That's what Fitz does at Rock Fox. Whatever. So anyway, so you shot not people. You did shoot people, but with a camera. Did you shoot video or pictures or whatever? Explain that for the launch of Mindy's Giggle Juice.
So Mindy's Giggle Juice is my wife's name is Mindy, and so if you give her some champagne, she starts to giggle. So juice.
She's so cute.
In Australia, she is sweet, isn't she? Yes. Thank you. Well, there's a term in Australia. They say, "Hey, that's good juice, man." They actually say, "Mate, hey mate, that's good juice, mate." And so they're calling wine juice. So I'm like, Giggle Juice. And Mindy's Giggle Juice. So we trademarked Giggle Juice.
Very nice.
So you got to protect your brand, Madge.
I know.
You gotta brand that, trademark that Madge Unmuted.
Madge Unmuted.
Absolutely. Don't worry, nobody else will want it. So I'm just kidding, Madge.
Smack!
I was saying, okay, so we're gonna
I'm
Brett,
just
we got this
kidding.
Fritz. We're gonna do Fitz. We're gonna do a Madge cast, a Madge unmuted. I'm gonna be like one of the Beastie Boys. I'm gonna be DJ Madge Rock.
Yeah, and we're doing a Madge crypto. There's going to be a Madge coin.
Madge coin.
Madge
Yeah.
coin. Oh, I like that.
Hopefully it's on the rise like Doge.
It's going crazy. You gotta,
And also,
you gotta stake it.
like I love the story about how you just, for lack of a better word, like parlayed one thing into the next and just take opportunities and like that. I've always been like a multitasker or whatever, and I used to get crap for it from everyone because you went back in. You graduated high school 1983. You were supposed to go to college and pick one major and do that thing for the rest of your natural life.
No way.
And that is not me, never been me.
Yeah.
And like the best thing I did though, but then I became like a full-time mom, and that's
That's the most important job.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I freaking loved it. And now, oh my God, in 2 weeks, my youngest is graduating from Syracuse.
Oh, wow.
But I'm going to have three college graduates that
Amazing.
I did all by myself.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is unbelievable.
So, anyway, so that's my thing. But now I'm like, what do you want to do?
Yep.
The
world is your oyster, babe.
It
You can
is.
do anything you
so
want,
if anybody out there wants to fund me at anything, matchmadigan.com.
That's it.
That's it. Oh my God, you can be the next Zig Ziglar
Hey.
or whoever and teach people how to.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, it would.
I love to teach. I love to share, educate and inspire. That's my mission.
Write it down, Ken. We're going to make a video series. We're going to sell it to people.
Boom. Smash that like button.
Yeah, like, share, subscribe, buy
Beautiful.
our set of CDs, join our webinars. Damn.
Hey, we were talking about giggle juice.
Oh, sorry. Right. Okay. Yeah.
No, we have to
yes.
go back and tell them about Giggle Night. So we wanted to do a launch of Mindy's Giggle Juice to try to really get the brand out there. So it's become our number one selling wine. This is sparkling Riesling that's made into a rosé. So if you extract a little bit of color from red grape skins, that gives us the rosé tint in the Mindy's Giggle Juice. But this is sparkling Riesling, and New York State Riesling is king. That is Finger Lakes, Lake Ontario Wine Trail. This is what we do. This is what we do best, and it's known all over the world. These wines,
and
right?
I'm a Riesling drinker.
All right.
And I just love your Riesling.
Thank you so much. And those of you who
I'm
have
not
some
just saying it.
preconceived notions about Riesling and it's sweet and all that stuff, it's not. Try it. It can be made in different styles. So we do have a late harvest one that we let hang on the vine really late in the season. We pick it in the snow.
Is that the Dolce?
That's the Dolce. Yeah. So Dolce means sweet in Italian.
And that seems to have a little more carbonation.
Well, it feels more viscous. It's thicker. It's almost
That's
moving
what
toward
it
a
is.
syrup,
Okay.
right? Because it's so concentrated.
But it's not obnoxious.
No, it's
not
delicious,
like
right?
Moscato or anything.
That's right. But our regular Riesling, our Riesling is dry, and that's beautiful to start the evening with. You serve that to your guests or to your loved one, significant other, an apple, New York State cheddar cheese, and a bottle of that. That's all you need.
I'm telling you.
It's
okay,
great.
not to blow smunshine. Smoke and sunshine. So that's sunshine. I freaking love that one salad you have.
Ooh. With the
apples
brie
and the brie.
Yeah, so pears. Yep.
What is
Sometimes
it,
we do
vineyard
apples,
or something?
don't we? Yeah, it's called our Vineyard Salad. Yep.
That and a glass of wine of Riesling. Oh my God.
Yeah,
To die for. I do that. We get that a lot.
It's the spring green mix together with grapes, walnuts, and brie. Yeah, and a beautiful.
I'm
vinaigrette.
calling Grubhub right
See?
now.
Boom. Do we deliver?
Not this far. Damn it! Why'd you bring it with you? Could have had a taste testing and some food. No, anyway. Oh, by the way, how you wrangled me back around to what you were talking about.
yeah.
Fitz does that on the regular. This show
That's good.
needs to be called Tangents with Madge, because that's all I do.
Mansions.
Yeah, Imaginance. It doesn't have quite the same ring. So when is that giggle night?
Oh yeah. Let's get back to that,
Yes.
right? So
Can you bring
wanna-
it back to what we were
I'm
talking
trying
about,
to
Chris?
bring it back.
please?
I know. I do the same thing. It's the way our brains that have been damaged, brain damage.
We have too much going on up there. Yeah.
Yeah, so we want to do we wanted to do a national campaign. So we're going to really like launch this brand, this Mindy's Giggle Juice brand. And so we thought, wouldn't it be cool if we brought our wine lovers into the event center? And how would you like to come and have free wine and free food? Put your hands up if you like that. Well, the hands go up in the air. So that evening sells out. And what we're going to do is, yeah, I was there first. And so what we're going to do is take your picture when you arrive. And, you know, you came and you just got out of work and you're all stressed out and you get your first picture done. And then we give you a glass of Giggle Juice and you have one. And then you come over and get your card punched and get your second glass. And the world's looking a little brighter. And then you have your second glass of Giggle Juice and we get your third picture. And then you find out when you take your third glass of Giggle Juice and get your picture taken that this stuff seems to heighten my spirits, if you will.
Now, are we advocating getting people hammered?
So that's the beauty of it.
No, they
right?
were small.
Is
They were small.
They were small glasses, champagne style. Yeah.
But they really were. I mean, and you know what I loved? How you had Kyle. It wasn't just like get up there and stand, and he was kind of started snapping as you were
spontaneous,
unaware. Yeah,
Right.
you know, so like that. Because I know by my third one, I was like, I'm doing cartwheels.
Yeah. Well,
But I mean, I would do that anyway, but it doesn't take Giggle Juice to do that. But
right. Well, in today's day and age, we need to laugh a bit more, don't we?
my
we need
God,
to
yes.
stop taking ourselves so friggin' seriously and enjoy life a little bit and relax with a glass.
That's what I'm attempting to do. That's kind of what this podcast was born out of, is that, you know, back last summer, everything was so damn heavy.
Yeah.
And then also with it being a political year, you know, leading up to election, everything was so divided. I mean, you could make clipping your toenails divided.
Absolutely.
It was just so heavy, and everything was, and there was never just like, it was disagree. It's like, I'm right, you're wrong.
Yeah, yeah. Because we can't see anybody else's point of view. It's always just about us.
Exactly.
Allaboutme.com.
Because, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm right and
Did you
you're
trademark
wrong.com. Yes. No, I'm claiming it. I'm right and you're
I
wrong.com.
bet you somebody's got it.
I know.
But I'm gonna look.
By the time this is done, someone will. So and COVID, you know, there wasn't quite as much socializing and whatnot. I said, and you know, podcasts, everybody was having one, but I'd had one before, and I had an idea for it the way I wanted it to go, and it ended up going the way everybody else did. And I'm like, damn it, I'm going to try this again. I want it to be about like you're sitting at the bar or a kitchen table with your friends talking
Talking to Madge,
laughing,
fun.
making tangents, inappropriate jokes, you know, because I'm so tired. You know, all the you know, their schools of thought. That's what I was trying to say. On podcasts, you know, it's like, oh, you've got it. Well, it's everybody that had an angle that had a business.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no offense to people that have businesses.
Right.
But mine, you know, it's always like, well, you got to have, you know, people on. And I'm sorry, most of them were boring.
And it's all motive, right? It's
right,
what's
exactly.
The motive?
And
with
I'm
this, the motive is to be real and authentic and have fun. And,
just talk,
brighten people's
laugh,
day, right?
Yeah, just exactly.
They got
just
enough
laugh.
on their mind, enough to worry about.
Right, and that, but also learn something about somebody.
Yeah.
You know, like I say, this is the conversation you overhear in a bar that you start laughing to yourself because it's kind of idiotic, but really funny sometimes.
Right.
And but then you go home with a stranger. But no, not really. I mean, you go home and you friend that person on Facebook.
Are we ready for me to play America the Beautiful on my armpits?
So anyway.
Take that as a no.
No. So you take home a stranger. You meet a new person.
Yeah, see?
Without throwing up on their shoes or leaving your shoes behind. Anyway,
the
sorry
world
about
you live
that.
in, Madge.
Okay, so when's this
So the launch
commercial or whatever?
Yep, the videographers are getting back to us. They did video throughout the night. They interviewed some people, asked them, what they thought about the product and the wine and all that jazz. And we're going to be doing some media placements with articles showing the pictures of some selected contestants who have their 4 pictures, one next to each other. So that's going to be a lot of fun to see that, and we're going to write up about the night and the brand.
Hey, Fitz, next movie you make, you should have some product placement.
Yeah, we had a lot of, but like Rochester stuff. So
yeah,
we'll have to open it up to wine this time.
He had like Salvatore's pizza boxes in like every frame of the movie.
Three Heads Brewing, and
Beautiful.
we had K2 Brewing, and everybody.
Oh, that's the secret sauce today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Speaking of that, Bottom Feeders, it was the movie that just came out, and it's hilarious. And where can they see it, Fitz?
Available on Amazon Prime, Google, YouTube, Tubi TV. It's also playing at Movies 10 Henrietta this weekend, but who knows when you'll listen to this, so
Exactly.
it doesn't matter.
Hey, congrats.
So-
That's
Thank you.
awesome,
Thank
man.
you.
So
I'm going
we're
to check it out.
We're just
TheBottomFeedersMovie.com.
All
Okay,
right.
we're just plugging
Plug.
everybody today. So we're going to look for that. And I'm if you want to find out more information about Mindy's Giggle Juice, whatever, anything, Colloca.com.
Colloca.com.
All the fun you can imagine.
And then some.
Yeah, you know what you do? You get in your boat and you zip on over to Little Sodas Bay and you pull up the Colloca docks.
Yep.
And then you go in and you drink and eat and be merry.
And if you don't have a boat, you can drive a car.
Exactly.
And if you don't have a car, you can drive a bike.
Exactly.
And if
Or
you don't have a
can
bike, you can walk.
You can take an Uber.
You could also Uber.
Yes, you can.
That's a great idea.
You can scooter, Uber, or whatever.
Just get there.
Yeah, get there. So I'm just going to finish out by doing a little fun thing here that we like to do on Madge Unmuted,
Uh-oh.
which is now trademarked. Thanks, Chris. It's just a little fun game of Would You Rather.
All right.
And
It's better than Did You Ever, so.
Why do you think I stay away from that one? And they just kind of give you an insight into people. It's just kind of funny, conversation starters. The first one is kind of dumb, but I'll ask it anyway. It's a warm up.
Okay. All right. Even though it's dumb, it's
Yes.
let's hear it.
Would you rather have a rainy, warm day or a sunny, cold day?
Sunny cold
Oh,
every
yeah.
day, all day.
Yes.
You know when it's
Amen.
funny at the winery, if it rains, you'll have a small crowd. If it's sunny, everybody comes out.
Oh, I
You what
know.
I mean? It's like people. If
Yeah,
it rains,
come out
they
of the
stay
woodwork.
home. And if it's sunny, they love to get out of the house, right?
Yeah, well, you've got such a gorgeous spread. I mean, you can be outside and,
Yeah, we say come for the wine, stay for the day because there's so much to do, right? Just come and walk your dog and
Oh, yeah.
enjoy yourself. Bring a blanket.
Bring a blanket.
Watch the sailboats go by.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, this is an interesting one. Would you rather have everyone you know or not know be able to read your thoughts, or for everyone to have access to your internet history?
Oh, definitely to know my thoughts.
You don't want them to see your internet history, Chris.
My
What have you
internet
been
history is
doing?
pretty boring, man. I'm like PubMed.gov searching the biomedical literature. And, it's pretty.
Oh, my God.
That's pretty boring.
Yeah, I would say my thoughts are much more incriminating than my internet history. Yeah. What about
But
you?
by the way, your internet history, for people that don't know, it's tracked anyway.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right?
somebody can find it. I mean,
Oh,
it's
my
just,
gosh.
just a matter of how smart or whatever you are to look it up.
We volunteer so much, you know what I mean? And we don't realize what we're giving away.
Look, we
I mean,
don't need
it's
Bill Gates to microchip us.
Nope.
We already got everything out there.
Oh, yeah.
Getting a divorce too, by the way.
I know. But that's not a real thing, the microchip. Just a disclaimer.
Oh, I thought you meant Bill Gates.
What? Oh, he's not a real thing? I don't know. We may find out that he's a cyborg. That's why Melinda is,
He created bots.
You know what? That's in a next question. Maybe I'll go to that question. Would you rather be in a zombie apocalypse or a robot apocalypse?
I think I'd rather be in a robot apocalypse because I like robots. We're developing a robotic instrument right now. Yeah.
You just have something to add to everything.
I've got some.
You got your hands in so many.
I'm going to do something
it's
else after
awesome.
this.
It's a good thing he didn't answer the other way, because then he'd be developing zombies.
Right?
See, yeah, zombies are a little too messy for me. There's a little too much cleanup afterwards.
Yeah.
I don't
explode and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Robots, you just take them to the, metal electronics recycling, and you're done with
Strip out the zinc and.
Okay, here's a fun male oriented question. Would you rather have a mullet for a year or be bald for 6 months?
I think I'd rather have the mullet. I used to have a mullet. I think maybe they'll come back in style.
Why does that nuts?
Yeah.
I can see that.
I had the mullet. I had
all
the
day long.
Earring. I had the Boz haircut. He was a linebacker. Remember that guy?
Oh
Boz?
yeah, Boz, Brian Bosworth.
Yeah. The Boz haircut.
Business in the front, party in the back.
There you go. Fitz, why would you rather be bald?
Because who cares if you're bald? Bald guys are. How many times have you seen that meme going around? Bald guys are hot, and it's like Bruce Willis and like all these other guys. And if I was going bald, I'd just shave it all off and could be completely bald anyway.
I don't know.
You can't
go halfway.
Talk away a mullet. You just can't explain that away.
Yeah, you could say you're from North Florida.
This is true. I'm from South Florida. So
Sorry, North Florida.
Wait, so is that what
Floridians.
Trevor Lawrence is going to have to get that haircut now? Yeah, no. Well, John always complains about being bald, so I don't know. I figured it's a guy thing. Okay, we got 2 more, and then we're done. Would you rather stay? Oh, okay. It was confusing. No, would you rather stay the age you are physically? Oh, so would you rather be in this physical state, physical condition forever, or stay the way you are now financially forever?
I'd rather be in the physical shape forever. Yeah. And I'm not in very good shape.
I don't know.
You ain't never been poor, have you?
Let me tell you what. I've been so broke I couldn't even pay attention. Yeah. All right.
Hey.
Try the orange roughie.
And I think that's the funny thing too, is people think that as you start to accumulate some assets and some things that you come from money. And it's like, I got to tell you, we had everything we need growing up. We had the best parents, best family, and the best values taught and all that. That's what's really important.
Yeah.
But
there
wasn't anything we needed, but there's certain things that we wanted.
That is funny that you say that. Interesting that once people think you've had wealth your entire life, or no, it doesn't always work that way. It's not like it's not like genetic. Well, some people it is.
For some people, yeah.
Yeah, but just a quick. Have you happened to watch this new show on TV, Young Rock?
I haven't. Tell me about it.
It's about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And it's basically his story, and it's his true story. I think it's a little embellishment for entertainment's sake, but it's in the premise of he is now running for president or something, and he has a reporter that follows him around, and he tells stories to him, and. He was actually, he was born into a wrestling family. I don't know if you know that.
I didn't know, no.
Yeah, his father was Rocky Johnson.
Oh, okay.
Was a wrestler in the 70s. And his mother's mother, they're Samoan. She ran like a whole wrestling ring.
Wow.
Yeah, and so and then he went to University of Miami, played football, and then that didn't pan out so great. You hear from these stories, and then he became the wrestler. This kid lived in an apartment that he was embarrassed to have friends over. I mean, they had nothing. I mean, he at some points, and you think, oh, his dad was a wrestler. Well, back then, you're traveling around playing fairgrounds.
You got paid $15, and he'd have a fight for another 10.
Yeah. And so, anyway, if you just watch that, because that sheds so much light, because you always think, oh, he we came from this and that and the other, and it was like, nope.
Oh, I'm going to do that. I love, him in Ballers, and it's an HBO series. It's really good. It's about football, so of course I like it, but it's super cool. It never ceases to amaze me, though, to look at people's background and their past, and like you can predict things too of success sometimes. Like Anthony Kiedis has a book, Scar Tissue. Did you ever read that?
No, I didn't, but I know.
He's the lead singer for the Peppers. And so you read his book, and what you find out in the book is that his mom dated Sonny Bono. And so he moved from Michigan to California to go live with his mom. And she is dating Sonny Bono. So Cher babysat him one night. And his mom was a costume designer, and so she was making outfits for Bowie and stuff like that. So they'd get tickets to go to shows. So he got to meet these people, and he's like, I can do this. I can get up on stage, be down there in the front row. I can do this. And he started a band in his garage with Flea and as in high school. And look at these guys. They played to sold out concerts with hundreds of thousands of people.
And I mean, Flea is one of the best bassists ever.
Unbelievable, right?
But anyway, so I that's the kind of stuff I love. I mostly read nonfiction because I people's real life stories are so much more interesting than anything, and they're usually, you can't make this shit up, but I got to read that one because I love that kind of stuff. And actually I've just finished a biography on Bowie that was like told as an oral history from other people, and I gotta say it was a little bit boring because it just got really weighted down in just the minutiae, and just I was like,
but what a showman. See how he created his brand.
Oh my God, that's the thing. I love him.
But
phenomenal.
Yeah, think about what he did, the fashion, the style, he created it.
Oh my God.
That brand.
The story was amazing, but it was just the way that they told this. They kept putting in, it was just, a snippet from what somebody said, and somebody's like, oh yeah, I used to see, he used to have the house down the street from us. He was a jerk. What did that lend to the story? I don't, so anyway.
It made the cut, huh?
Yeah. So anyway, all right, we're going to do one last question here, and then we're going to wrap it up.
All right.
Okay. Last one. Would you rather be alone all your life or be surrounded by really annoying people all the time?
The problem
is for a closer.
That's a great closer. I mean, is there an option C? I don't think so. So
no, not for this game.
I can tell you, I don't like to be alone. So I'd pick being around really annoying people, and then I'd make it my mission to try to bring them around.
To try to make them less annoying
from another perspective. People get annoying.
We can rebuild them.
But I have. I think we have. In the summertime, we're the upwards of almost 60 employees now. And then I have the company in Arizona also. So, at any given time, there's always people management things. And from time to time, people can be annoying.
Yeah.
But you know what I always find? The reason they're annoying is that they are so into themselves. They don't think about others. And I think what I try to do is an easy way to have gratitude and have peace in your life is to always be grateful for what you see around you and everything you do have, right? And I always try to put myself in the other person's shoes, the other person's perspective and what they're going through and what's up with them. And if you do that, I think you'll be less annoying because you're annoying because it's always about me and my needs and what I have to have done. And wait a minute, man, there's a whole nother thing going on here.
I've always tried to do that, and that's why, I get so frustrated when there's other people. And then I've always been the one that's like, oh, I'm going to sit with the kids that are sitting alone at lunch because that's what I do.
That's great.
And I really, really try. And then eventually I found out there's a reason why they're sitting alone. No, I mean, sometimes,
Some people are savable and some aren't. That's true.
Yeah. And all you can do is love them from afar.
They will, you got to love them anyway, too.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Yeah, that's my thing. Maybe you're not going to be your best friend, but you tried.
That's right.
And you can still be nice.
Life's too short.
Damn it. With that, Chris Colloca.
Hey, Madge, thanks so much for having me and for introducing our winery to your fan base and your.
Sure.
I appreciate this. Great to meet Fitz and. Yeah. if
Fitz
you
is
guys-
okay.
Yeah, he's all right. Maybe we'll get him to do some videos for us.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
We're going to do a remote. Let's go out there and do a remote, Fitz.
Okay.
Everybody keeps asking that.
You drink all the wine, I'll eat.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, hey. you
there
can
we
do
go.
that.
Colloca.com and all social media, you can find it. And so we want to thank you. And then Fitz, we want to thank you, as always, rockfox.com.
That's right.
For all your whatever needs.
For all your video, audio, podcasting, and otherwise needs. Plus, don't miss Bottom Feeders.
Bottom feeders.
On your various streaming platforms, you can find it at thebottomfeedersmovie.com.
Yes. And me, Madge, please like, share, and subscribe to wherever you're listening or watching this.
Yes.
YouTube, Madge Unmuted, and everything else is Madge.
Rate and review this podcast on iTunes, please.
Yeah.
That's very important.
Yeah, and subscribe on YouTube because every subscriber I get a quarter. No,
Dang.
not really, but
No?
yeah.
Those
Maybe.
YouTube fees are coming up. Man.
Anyway, like,
know-
share, and subscribe.
I
know
thought
you
an
close the
angel
mic.
got their wings every time someone subscribed.
My
That-
kid told me he's going to be a YouTuber when he grows up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hey, maybe
Yes,
25 cents a subscriber. You could do this.
Got a $1.50.
Let's work on it. We'll have a begathon, a membership drive.
Begathon.
Like, share, and subscribe. Madge Unmuted, MadgeMadigan.com. Once again, Chris, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Fitz, thank you so much. Ken, even thank you so much. Until next week, we will see you on Madge Unmuted.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.